So I'm going to do this video, and I'm not in the best of moods right now. I think mostly because of the fact that I don't know if at any moment this video is going to stop because of the fact that my storage space is up because I have a fucking Apple, or if I'm just coming to terms that, what's the best way I can put this? Sometimes I think that I'm coming to terms that I feel that sometimes that I will be much more appreciated when I have transitioned onto another platform. Let me be more clear. I feel like I will be more appreciated when I've transitioned to another life, because of the fact that sometimes I feel like I'm light years ahead of like what's going on here in my own world. And I don't mean to be conceited when I say this, but someone on my Instagram had, came to, basically told me that, oh, Foxxjazell, I wish you could, I wish you could really do music again. And I just really have no interest in doing that right now, because first of all, I feel like in order to do music, you need to be inspired, and it needs to come natural. And second of all, I don't feel on the up and up of like spending thousands and thousands of dollars on promotion, music videos, promo, studio time, and then getting pennies on the dollar back. Not gonna happen. Spent years doing that. So anyways, title of this video is still developing. So what I'm starting to become very well aware of since I've been here in LA is that as a visual consultant, being a person that comes in and visualizes basically what a company or a person can do to take their product or their project to the next level, because that's my job title. I think it bleeds into my personal life too, because of the fact that I'm starting to realize a very common trend with a lot of the LA men. And yes, I'm going to say it. I like men that are well endowed. I like men that are, have lots of stamina, because I'm an athletic person myself, and, I shouldn't be demonized for that, And one of my supporters had left a comment saying that, we should not be just wanting to get like the crumbs that basically society gives us because we're trans women or because we're women, period, that we should just be happy with what we get. Well, anyways, here in Los Angeles, I've noticed that there is a hugely distinctive difference in these privileged men. I call them privileged because they are privileged. They benefit from big dick privilege. They benefit from male privilege. They benefit from having just, overall privilege of just being the more dominant sex in society. So anyways, I'm noticing, if you guys saw my Facebook Live video a couple weeks ago with the porn star that I was conversing with, and how I was basically asking him a couple of questions, and he just went off on me and actually went ballistic on me and just basically just shut the whole thing down. And someone, it's always someone from a faceless profile, you know. My thing is this: if you're going to leave a comment or something like that, be real about your shit. You know, be real about your shit so I can identify you. You know, don't hide behind a fucking faceless profile if you want to talk shit, if you want to voice your opinion. That's such a cowardly thing to do. But anyways, this faceless profile decided to say, well, he went off on you because you said something that made him wrong, that made him angry. And besides, I did say something that made him angry because of the fact that, you know, I don't feel that just because a guy has a big cock, or just because a guy is well endowed or scandal, that he should get a pass. That, you know, that, oh, you have a big cock, you have lots of stamina. Oh, you can just treat me like shit. And I'm noticing, like, a lot of the guys here in LA, they're not used to being called out on their bullshit. I'll give you a perfect example. Okay, 2 incidents I've had happen today. And a lot of people are going to take this and use this against me. First of all, I got stood up on a date tonight. This was a guy that I met online, you know, and I got all dolled up, as you can tell, you know. I actually had a really nice dress on. It's a nice little cocktail dress and everything like that. And, basically, I got stood up, you know. Got to the event, got to the location, and he decides not to answer his phone. Asshole thing to do. But, anyways, you gotta charge it to the game. I guess going back to these LA men and their sensitive egos, I had another guy that I was seeing, let's say, and, you know, lack of better words, he was a hookup. And we hooked up a couple good times, really good sexual chemistry, very handsome. And, he decided to try to play psychology with me and say, you're trying to figure me out, huh? And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to figure you out. And like, yeah, most women try to figure me out and they try to, this is what he said, most women try to figure me out and they tie me down and they get me in a relationship and I always end up cheating. Well, this is what I remember that I said. I said, well, I don't try to take it from more than what it is. You know, if I'm hooking up with a guy or whatever, you know, I keep it at that. I don't try to make it more than what it is. And I told him that. And I said, I'm not trying to figure you out. I'm not trying to make it more than what it is. I don't wonder, like, what you do when you leave here. You know, quite honestly, you know, I just want your cock. And that's just basically it. There's nothing more to it. Well, evidently, what I must have said must have rubbed him the wrong way because, like a bitch ass, he decided to block me on all his social media networks because he couldn't handle the truth. Being sensitive. And then, again, this guy with a big cock that I hooked up with, you know, a week ago. I texted him a couple days later and I said, hey, you think we can finish what we started? And 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 days goes by and he decides not to answer my text. So then today, tonight, or should I say this morning, at 2 o'clock this morning, he says, hey, no acknowledgement of his negligence of my text. And a lot of you guys will probably say, oh, he doesn't have to respond to your text, you're just a hookup. But to me, I do feel that there is a respect factor that should come along. Anyways, didn't, acknowledge it, just said hey. And this is what I said, because, I'm very cynical and sarcastic. I said, wow, this feels like having your number called at the DMV after you're waiting for a good hour or so and having your number finally come up. He had the audacity to say, that is so disrespectful and tasteful and tasteless. I will talk to you on another day when you're feeling better. And I said, no, you're not gonna get out of this easy. I said, I called him. And I said, I'm sorry that I'm the one that pulled you out and called you out on your shit, but I mean, the thing about privilege is that when a person benefits from privilege, like he does, and he's light-skinned, big dick, male privilege, they usually don't realize that they benefit from the privilege. And they go on treating people like shit, and people will take it, because most people will take the treating like shit treatment just to be in the presence of this person. I've done it before, you've done it before, a lot of people have done it before. You take that L, you take one for the team, because he's an asshole, but he has some good dick, or he's has some good conversation, or whatever. And basically all this does is it actually enables the person that is benefiting from the privilege and to keep their asshole ways and to keep benefiting from the privilege, and also to keep pretty much, okay, this is a long day. It does not help them at all, because of the fact that they will continue to do the same behavior until multiple people or just someone calls them out on it. I mean, I did call him out on it, and I said, but I can't even go into the text right now because of the fact that I'm on the phone where I text him. But what was so funny is that he actually acknowledged and stood in his truth, and he said, it's more than that. This is what he responded back. And he said, I grew up thinking that privilege was available to me. So, therefore, when I get it, I take it. And I was just very astonished that he would actually admit that. Because I think that was very astonishing that someone actually stood in their truth instead of trying to deny. But anyways, this is not a rant of me complaining about my terrible LA endeavors, but this is just my cynical optimism of it. LA men are fucking, a lot of LA men, and mostly I'm noticing a lot of LA men that have very well endowed and blessed are very sensitive, because they're not used to being called out on their shit. And I'm not going to tell them what they want to hear. If you're being an asshole, I'm going to tell you you're being an asshole. I'm not going to just let you slide with that. That was like Foxxjazell of like yesteryear. Foxxjazell of like in her 20s. But now, I will tell you that you're being an asshole. And I will let you know that, honey, it's not that serious for you. Because you're one big dick of plenty. Alright? So anyways, I salute everyone else to start calling people out on their shit and telling people about their shit. Even me. Because this is how we're going to improve here. Because the more you let people slide and let people get away with their privilege, you're going to be just doing a disservice for them. Alright? So anyways, I will talk to you guys later. This has been a long, awful night. God. It's one thing to get all dolled up. It's another thing to get all dolled up and whatever. Time to return to my depressing life with my 1 dog, 2 cats, and my 2 rabbits. Wow. It used to be to the fact where you know that a woman is lonely and she's very, like, has a miserable life if she has, like, over 2 cats. Bitch. Oh, you should see the looks that I get when I walk my rabbits on a leash at the local park. Depressing. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Give me your feedback as always. Alright, bye.